Hello everyone, myself Khushi. I am a law student in IMU Law College and I am here as a legal intern in very popular law firm Lexis and Company. So guys, from this video we are going to discuss the Domestic Violence Act 2005. India is a country where a woman are giving a status of a goddess. However, the problem they have a face just to show the opposite from this concept. On the hand, worship of them as a goddess. On the other hand, we abuse and we endlessly consider them as an inferior. There are so many problems present in our society which related to the woman, like lack of woman education, gender discrimination, and sexual harassment, dowry death, and one of them is the domestic violence, which is very major problem exists in our Indian society, which is relating to the our women's. According to this act, the domestic violence identified as four violences like physical, sexual, and economic, emotional, and verbal. So let's discuss one by one. Physical violence, it's including beating, slapping, hitting, kicking, pushing, showing, and which causing a bloody injury or pain in other manner, including in a physical violence. Is the sexual violence, forced to intercourse, forced you to look a pornography or any other obscene picture or any material or any act of a sexual nature to abuse, humiliate, or degrade you, or which the otherwise violative the dignity of a woman, including in this sexual violence. Next is the verbal and emotional violence, insults, name of calling, accusation of on your character or conduct, insult for not having any male child, insult for any bringing dowry, etc., including in a verbal and emotional violence. This act prevent women from taking up a job, forcing anyone forcing you to leave your job, preventing you and your child in your custody from leaving the home, preventing you from meeting any person in a normal course of event, forcing you to marry when you are not willing to, preventing you from the marrying a person from your choice, forcing you to marry a particular person of his your choice, threat to commit suicide, or any other verbal emotional. They are all including the verbal emotional abuse or violence. Next is the economic violence, not providing you a money. It includes that the person not providing you financial help, money, maintaining you and your children, not providing food, shelter, medicine, etc., for you or your children, stopping you from carrying on your employment, disturbing you in your carrying on your employment, not allowing to take up an employment, taking away your salary, income, wages, etc., forcing you out the house of live in, stopping you from using, accessing any part of the house, not allow use of clothes, article, or any things journal which is used in a household, and not paying a rent if staying or rented an accommodation, etc., include in the economic violence. Who is the victim? Who is the aggrieved person in this under this act? Every woman aggrieved person or a child who is or been in a domestic relation with the respondent of the domestic violence can take up the help of the Domestic Violence Act 2005. Now, who is the abuser in the domestic violence? Any person has been in a domestic relation with the aggrieved person. Also, an aggrieved wife or a female living in a relationship in a nature of marriage may also file a complaint against a relative of the husband or the male partner also. Now, what is the objective of this act? The Protection of Women from Domestic Violence Act 2005 is a new legislation which empowers purports to grant protection to victim of domestic violence. It is also include new concepts such as a civil wrong in domestic violence, the right to reside in a shared household, and right to protection against the domestic violence. It is the objective of this act. Now we are going to discuss some important points of this act. So we are going to discuss some important point, like the service provider. Sorry, on the receipt on the complaint of domestic violence, the police officer, protection officer, service provider, or magistrate, however, receive such complaint, any may be provide to relief a residence order or a compensation order. More than one such under the protection of the woman from the Domestic Violence Act 2005. It is to be noted too, in spite of the action being taken under this act, the police officer is not prohibited from action under the section 498A of Indian Penal Code. There is also some duties and functions of the protection officers under this domestic violence. Like first is the assist to the magistrate in the discharge of his function under this act, and make a domestic incident report to the magistrate, and to ensure that the aggrieved person is provided legal aid under the Legal Service Authority Act 1987. Maintain a list all services providing legal aid or a counseling, shelter homes, medical facilities in a local area within a jurisdiction of the magistrate, and to get the aggrieved person medically examined, and also provide a monetary relief to the victim. And in addition, on the other relief as may be granted under this act, magistrate may, on the application being made by the aggrieved person, passes an order to directing respondent to pay compensation and damages for the injuries, including the mental torture, emotional distress caused, and act domestic violence committed by the respondent, including it. However, under the protection of women from the Domestic Act 2005, the court has conferred a power to grant interim orders. It is also prevent mention to order to pass under the said act before the session court in the 30 days under the said, and declared that present act is not any other laws. This is all about the Domestic Violence Act 2005. Hope you like my video and hope you understand this topic. And if you have any question regarding this video, then you have to ask me in the comment box. A very thank you to all for watching it.